Welcome to Habitat Network, a Cornell Lab of Ornithology and the Nature Conservancy Citizen Science Project, where you contribute to data about the habitats you are most familiar with, your yard, favorite birding spot, school, or any other outdoor space by creating beautiful maps like these. Let me show you how and talk a little bit more about the goals of Habitat Network along the way. Habitat Network is designed to answer questions about how small-scale habitat management at the level of the backyard contributes to wildlife survival, from the very smallest inhabitants to the grandest trees. All properties have a role to play in helping establish a safe wildlife habitat. Creating a habitat map consists of 4 basic actions: outlining a site, adding details, drawing habitat, and placing objects. Each of these actions produce valuable citizen science data and will help you create a beautiful map of your site and get detailed feedback about how to improve habitat quality. Habitat Network is built on Google Maps. If you've ever looked at a satellite image of your house on Google before, you're on your way to creating a successful habitat map. By searching here, type in a street address with city, state, and zip code for the best accuracy. Live outside the United States? Give your address a try. We are building out our international search. Zoom in until you recognize your site. To start drawing, visit the Toolshed drop-down in the menu in the upper left. Here, you'll find 3 of the 4 steps for creating a habitat map. The first step is to draw an outline of the site. When you click on the first step, a toolbar opens at the bottom. You can select from 8 site types, including a home or yard, a city park, or an office building. Click on the one that most closely describes your site. To use the tool, locate any corner of your yard and click once. Find the next corner and click again, continuing around the entire site as though you are surrounding it with a virtual fence. You are essentially defining the area you'd like to map. To finish, click on the first point you created and the site is saved. The next step is adding details to the site. Once you create a site, you need to give it an identity. Use the Explorer panel on the left of the screen to click the green Info button to access the information window, where you assign a title to your newly created site, providing important ecological information, comment about your site, and share pictures. The next step is to fill in your site with habitat. Now it's time to really dig in. Back in the Toolshed, you'll find a second mapping step. Click on it and select your first habitat type from the toolbar at the bottom. Your choices include habitats such as lawn, building, grasses, edibles, forest, shrubs, wetlands, waters, etc. You probably won't have every type of habitat on your site, but identify and map as many as possible. I typically start with buildings, using the tool in the same way you would outline the site. Clicking at each corner around the designed habitat, you will see a polygon starts to appear on the map. We encourage you to add details to every habitat by clicking on the habitat and using the same green Info button in the Explorer panel, or by double-clicking on the habitat you want to add details to. This is some of the most important data we collect. Continue filling in your entire site with habitat. You can grab and move the white dots to close gaps, and make complex shapes, and right-click on a dot to delete it. The next step is placing objects. Once you've covered your site and habitats, it's time to add some ecologically significant and visually interesting objects. Back in the Toolshed, you'll find the third tool, which loads the object toolbar at the bottom. We've included several different looking trees, shrubs, and plants for you to choose from to represent objects on your site. If you scroll to the right, you'll find even more, including other object-based habitat features such as rocks, snags, bird baths, and bird feeders. There are even a few specialty objects that let you tell us about the unique way your site is sustainable. To place on your map, select an object, click on the map, and drag until the object appears, and click again to release. You can grab and move the white dots to make the objects larger or smaller depending on how you want to represent them on the map. When you add a plant or object, we encourage you to add details, much like adding details to your habitats. Click on the project and we'll use the green Info button in the Explorer panel, or double-click on the object to open the information window about the map item. Here you'll find a way to set the species and add photos or comments, and answer some important questions about how you manage these objects at your site. The site outline, habitats, and objects can be deleted at any time. Look for the red trash can in the Explorer panel. To delete an entire map, click on the site outline and click the red trash can. A warning will appear confirming you want to delete your site and everything in it. That's enough to get you started. If you have questions or want to meet people with similar interests, explore our forum and group tools. If you want help with planning your next habitat project or exploring improvements based on a particular goals for the site, use our planning tool. Finally, if you want to learn about plants and wildlife in your area, find ideas on how to do habitat improvement projects, or learn more about the science behind managing a site, use our Explore and Learn tabs. Be on the map and help us find answers to many unanswered questions about how small-scale habitat management can impact wildlife. Thank you and welcome to Habitat Network.